Right, just a brief walk up through the village, up through the church lane, where over hundreds of years my ancestors would have walked. There would have been farm cottages, I think, along here. Hall Lodge, that's known as now. Of course, that smells like a barbecue of some sort, doesn't it? I'm coming back in a minute. I've just got to go and see somebody. I need to have a little walk along here and do a video. I wonder if that... My ancestors were farmers here for hundreds of years, and they ran the pub, the Bull Inn. Don't know if that'll work from here. Saw that. Yeah. They look like a type of, I can't think of the name of them now. They had a name. Yeah, so this is the village green where they play cricket. Where my first cousin Millie's husband probably would have played cricket. God, that looks a bit overgrown in there, doesn't it? God, maybe no one's in that one. People doing the lawns ready for the cricket, look. Over there, see? Everybody busy getting ready for the cricket season. Now, look, when I went on a walk once, I went down here. I think I'll go down here now and see if I can get some photos of the Sheriff's Court, it's called. Of course, I don't know where Millie lived once she was moved out of the pub. I might bump into someone who knew her, see? I haven't met anyone who knew her yet. They might all be dead. Yeah, this is the quintessential village cricket ground here, with the village pub, the Bull Inn, just over there, look. And over there, that big roof thing, I remember that when I first saw that, it was derelict and in a ruinous state, and they did it all up, and I've seen the images of it inside when it was all done up. So the pub's been taken over by somebody from Essex. I don't know how they're doing. I might pop in there, I don't know. Didn't find them extremely friendly last time I came. And over there is a village pond. I think so. Or there might be two ponds. No, this is one. Because they've got a, what do you call it? Life belt here. Ring. Yeah, they've got a life ring here. Looks a bit stagnant, doesn't it? At least they fenced it off. But here's the village pond, look. I don't know if this was the original pond or if there was one further over. Not sure. Look at that big tree. See that big tree? That's quite big, that one, isn't it? It's feeding that tree anyway. Let me take a picture. Right, well, I've just done a little bit more walking. I just didn't go in the pub, I just bypassed it. Lots of people picking the kids up, so because of, you know, the society we live in, it's all, everyone's suspicious of anyone with a camera if you're near a school. Anyway, there's various walks here, look. This is why I wanted to camp really in Burrough Green, because you've got all these walks, okay, that take you all round what was oak country. Everybody, all what I'm videoing now, it belongs to my oak family, so you know, there's lots and lots of walks here. This is Oakland, and they're even naming some eco-friendly homes that they're building. Not Oak Terrace, not Oak Close, Oak something or other. And I thought, how appropriate. I can see cows inside there. Yeah, I can't. I've got to stop myself walking now because time's going on. The church will probably shut in a minute. So I'm going to go back onto a little track now, back across the green and back to the car. Even though I don't want to, I wish I was staying in the village so I could walk all these tracks, you know, and do it all. But I mean, I can't do it. I've got to rest my feet still. So in a way, it's a blessing that I'm not, because I'd be forcing myself to walk. I'd want to go up there, for example. In fact, I want to go up there a little bit just to see where it goes. This is what I'm like when you're a walker and an adventurer and you're exploring the land of your ancestors. Every trail you want to get on. So I'm only going to, no, I'm not going to go. Go back, Sheila, come on. I've packed in a lot. I really have packed in a lot this past week. And tomorrow it's just, I'm going to go to, but the final day is going to be Bury St Edmunds. It was going to be Burrough Green, but I decided no. I'll do Bury St Edmunds, I'll do the church, the Abbey grounds, and then I'll go and have a lovely dinner to set me up for the long journey tomorrow. And then on Friday, then I'll be stopping on the way back on the motorways, gradually making my way back. Because it doesn't say any rain, I'm not going to, we don't have to be gone by to about 11:30, something like that. She probably gives it give and take, because I want to make sure the tent's totally dry, or dryish. When we haven't had any rain, we've had early morning mist and dew, and that dries up and evaporates very quickly. So nothing's been like absolutely soaked, if you see what I mean. It's drying quickly. I think this might be called Back Lane or something. I've got a feeling we had people 200 years ago that lived down this lane. The little cottages in those days where the peasants lived. How society's changed. The peasants got kicked out of here. You might find one or two. And of course, my grandmother was born there. My great-grandmother was born in Burrough Green in 1852. She was born and baptized in Burrough Green Church, but she got married in Bury St Edmunds at the big church. Yeah, it's called Back Lane. Yeah. Oh, and there was another track as well. I've done so much walking this past week. And not exactly the sort of walking I've been doing is going in and around churches, right, you know. So there was another lane there. This way we come up to the back of the big barn. That was a ruin when I first seen it. That there was a ruin. It was a wreck, and they've done it all up. I've been inside that. in the past. Yeah. I got a picture of my cousin sat out on the grass outside there when it was a proper barn. Having her photograph taken. Good job I parked where I parked, wasn't it? Now we're coming up to the village green again. I've had very good weather for my week. Very good weather. So this was called Walnut Tree. What? Oh yeah, Walnut Tree Cottage, leading to Back Lane. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And there's over there's the cricket hut. There's the cricket pitch. I've got old pictures of family playing cricket on here. Right, I'm just going to turn off a minute. Just seen a sign, Dullingham Lee, 3/4 of a mile. So if I went that way through I'd get to Dullingham. That's interesting to know, isn't it? I get to Dullingham that way. Right, over now. I had a wander around the village green. I've had a little wander where they're doing the new eco developments, but they've run out of money, so it's on hold at the moment. Little house here all empty and overgrown, probably waiting for a nice little family to come in. So I'm leaving the green. I've had a wander around the back. I didn't go to the pub. No, I just walked through the back and went onto a little path that you can, if I was up here, I could explore all the walks around here. But I know they exist, and I've been on a couple of them. But I've had a very busy week. Very busy, and I feel I'm ready. I'm saturated. My brain is saturated with information. You know, I can't take any more in, and my body can't either. Yeah, so here we go. We're walking up Church Lane towards the lovely church of St Augustine's. And with all our dead family and dead ancestors, over 500 years buried here. I've got Samson Ware buried here with Elizabeth Hassel in the 15th century. So, and there'll be people before that buried here as well. That was the Ware family. You won't see anything like that. That's 500 years ago. You're not going to see, or 600. Very rare will you find a grave 500 or 600 years old. So you didn't really do graves then. You know what I mean? They had mounds and stuff. So there's a little car. I can't remember what I called. I had a name for that car once, but I can't remember what I called her. Anyway, here we are. Look, we're back to good old little church where we put some flowers earlier for family.